Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode on deck here on a Monday night. I'm here alone. Evan Finstanza couldn't make it tonight. He had some family obligations, so just going to be here by myself tonight. Back to the normal talking baseball myself. Hopefully be back Wednesday with Finstanza will be back. Got to figure out before the game. But 2 games into the Fall Classic, all tied up. Going back to LA. Game is 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. 1-1 tie. Jays took the first game 11-4. Dodgers rebounded. Won game 2 5-1. National Beer Day. Okay. Thanks, Zach. Maybe I'll have a beer. Seems to be a lot of national days, but maybe I'll crack one in a little bit. But yeah, Jays took the first game 11-4. Savage did his job. Didn't look terrible. He went 4 innings. I mean, for a guy who's making his 6th career start. Can't really expect much more from him. So, I mean, he did his job. He got Ohtani out a couple times. Went 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. He did his job. Jays won that 11-4. Dodgers struck early with 2 runs. Jays came back with that. Varsho hit that 2-run bomb to dead center. And then just had the barrage of runs, scored 9 in that, was it the 5th? But for me, game 1 was all about the first inning. Even though the Jays didn't score a run in the first inning, but there's 2 game plans. One, the game plan for the Jays is the game plan every team should be doing when they're facing the Dodgers, because their starting pitching is so good, is trying to work their starting pitchers to get to the bullpen. The Jays in the first inning, yes, loaded the bases up. Probably could have used a run or 2. Didn't score a run, but the one positive of that inning was they worked Blake Snell to 30 pitches in the first inning. So he was taxed a lot in game 1, which is big. Because that's the strength of the Dodgers, which is not the defense. He worked Blake Snell to 30 pitches, knocked him out after 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, loads the base in the 5th. Springer 2 for 5, Vladdy 2 for 4. Bo came back 1 for 2. Made a really nice play at second base for a position he hasn't played at the big league level, but did play second base at the minor league level. So I mean, yes, no big league, but he did play second base. Kirk was 3 for 3, 2 RBIs. Varsho 1 for 3 with that massive 2-run home run to tie the game. Clement stays hot 2 for 4. Addison Barger with a pitch hit grand slam ended the day 2 for 2. Savage went 4 innings. But I mean, it's the one thing I thought going for the Blue Jays, was they have a very high bat to ball rate, and their swing and miss rate is very low. What does that mean? That means they put the ball in play a lot and they don't swing and miss a lot. So you make a lot of contact. So at the end of the day, work. So that's why. I mean, you saw Kirk had a really big at bat inning 1. You see Vladimir Guerrero, who's batting .447 right now, who is working pitches, getting to 2 strike accounts, fouling pitches off to get the pitch he wants. So I think that plays big. I mean, I know it's probably not a popular opinion, but in my opinion, this Dodgers pitching staff is facing the best lineup they've faced all postseason. Yes, they don't have the big names. They don't have the Harpers. They don't have the Realmutos. They don't have the Machados. But the swing of the pure baseball ness of this Blue Jays lineup. They put the ball in play. They don't swing and miss much. They play old school baseball. Yes, they had a couple home runs, but they put the ball in play. They get the guy on, get him over, get him in. It's a phrase I loved when I was coaching. Get him on, get him over, get him in. Yes, a couple big home runs on the. So I mean, it was a solid game one. Yusevich did their job. Their bullpen goes 5 innings without with surrendering one hit between Flaherty, Dominguez, Fisher, who gave up the 1 hit and 2 runs, and that was the home run to Shohei Ohtani, Chris Bassett, and Eric Lauer. So, I mean, you give up 1 hit, and that was a 2-run home run up 11-4. Or 11-2, excuse me. So, I mean, that was a big one. On the Dodgers side, they left a lot of runners on base. I think they had 7 runners left in scoring position at one point. I mean, you don't get much. Ohtani, yes, he has a 2-run home run, but they're down 11-2. That's not a meaningful home run. My issue with Ohtani right now is in the playoffs, if Ohtani's not hitting a home run, what is he doing at the plate? Where's the Ohtani you saw last year in the regular season where it's nice single, stand-up double? You don't see it. It's a home run or bust for Ohtani. Mookie Betts 1 for 4, but he's been relatively quiet this postseason, playing very solid defense at short. Freddie Freeman in game 1 was 0 for 3. I think this Dodgers lineup gets going when Freddie Freeman gets going. Will Smith 1 for 3. Muncy 1 for 4. Kike 1 for 4. Edman 1 for 3. But they left a lot of runners. 7 runners left on base in that game. And then the bullpen just gets worked. After Snell gets pulled, Sheehan doesn't even go a full inning, goes a third of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. Anthony Bonda goes 2 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs. And then you got Robelski and Clean are just doing mop-up duty. No, but hey, Maria, how's it going? How we doing tonight? Are we Dodgers fan, Blue Jays fan, or just a baseball fan? But, I mean, on that, it was good to get one. I think that you had to get the first game just to settle it down. Game 2 was complete opposite side. Dodgers bats going pretty good. Jays didn't get much. You got an early bases loaded. I mean, Springer singled, Lucas singled, Vladimir Guerrero singled. If Dodgers fan, okay, how are we feeling about Game 3? I'm actually from LA. I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I grew up in LA County. So welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. All baseball fans are welcome, even though I'm not a Dodgers fan. I just love baseball. So how are we feeling about Game 3? If Springer doesn't take 95 off the knee in Game 2, he's probably scoring on that Vladimir Guerrero hit. But he did take 95 off the knee, and his knee was beat up, banged up, so he couldn't score. They load him up. I mean, Varsho goes 0 for 4 that game. Clement, who's batting .429, 1 for 3. Barger 0 for 3. Connor Falefa, who was in for Bo Bichette, was 0 for 2. Andres Jimenez was 0 for 2. I mean, for the Dodgers offense, I mean, Shohei 1 for 4. Betts 0 for 3. You kind of need Betts. Freddie Freeman 1 for 3. Will Smith 2 for 4, having a solid series so far. Max Muncy 1 for 3, but you got nothing from Kike. 0 for 4. Edman 0 for 4. Pagas 1 for 4. But I think not the biggest question for Dave Roberts, but one of the bigger questions for Dave Roberts is what to do in center field. I mean, I think they need a must-win. They need a Mad Max, but I think if you go home to Toronto down 3-2, I think they still got a good chance to win. But you got to at least steal one in LA. 2 being the best, but I mean, I think one of the big not the biggest question for the Dodgers, but definitely a big question is what to do in center field. Andy Paganis has been .93. I think you put in what's his name? Kim. What is it? Hee-Sung Kim. You put him at second. You put Tommy Edman in center field because I mean .93 is not going to get it done. Either that or you put Alex Cohen. But I think Kim would give you a little spark on the base path too. So I mean that's it. But I mean the game was over after the first inning. Once the Dodgers scored, Yoshiniba Yamamoto, I think it's how you say his name, was masterful. The splitter is on, the slider's on. I mean, 9 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. And the majority of those hits came in 3 came in the first. So, I mean, he's masterful and through the first complete game since 2014 in the World Series since Madison Bumgarner did it with the Giants. I mean, Dodgers, you get that Smith scored single, got an RBI single to score Freddie. And then Smith homered to left, Muncy homered to left. Will Smith's having a great series so far. He's having a solid postseason coming off that injury. So I mean, Yamamoto, that splitter is disgusting. He was working. I mean, I don't know anybody who's hitting that guy. And second straight complete game. But I mean, going into some keys for tonight's game, which I do agree. I think it is. I think with the way it's set up with the Blue Jays, with Max Fried and with Shane Bieber, Game 4, you don't really know what you're going to get from either of these pitchers. I mean, Scherzer looked good, very good in the ALCS. His one game he pitched. Are you going to continue to get that strong performance he did in Game 4 of the ALCS? Bieber looked good, very good Game 3. Game 7, not so much. So I don't really know if you're going to get what you're going to get from Bieber. But, I mean, I think they need a Mad Max performance. Will Smith, yeah, he's awesome. Dodgers have one of the best bullpens, in my opinion. I strongly disagree. I think they have one good pitcher in the bullpen, and losing Alex Vesia, who's not on the postseason or the World Series roster, I strongly disagree with that comment. But we're all allowed to have our opinions. But you need a Mad Max performance tonight. You don't know what you're going to get from Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer could come out and throw you, six innings. I think he needs 6 2-run ball, but he also could get touched up for 6 in the first inning. But the keys for the Jays, they got to just put the ball in play, knock out Glasnow early. That Dodgers bullpen's been very shaky, minus Roki Sasaki at the back half. But I mean, if you can get them early with no Alex Vesia heading into Dodger Stadium, I think they're in a good area. On the starting lineup starting today is basically the lineup for the Blue Jays tonight is basically the same as Game 1. Lineup for the Springer. Lucas is playing because of Glass now. Vlad Guerrero, Bichette in at second. Damian, what's up, man? How we doing tonight? Thank you for tuning in. Bichette's back at second. Varsho in center at 6. Alejandro Kirk catching. Addison Barger in right. Clement at third. And Jimenez is short, basically the same. And then the Dodgers, the same every game. Otani, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, Edman, Hernandez, Kike, and Pagas. But the Blue Jays got to knock out Glasnow early. Now, and my thing with Glasnow, and I think most baseball fans will see Glasnow can be nails on the mound and dice you up, but he also has been shaky at times. So they got to get to them without Vesia in that bullpen. Who's the guy they're going to go in for long inning roles? Will they bring in a Kershaw who's sitting there, who historically has been touched up in the bullpen? So I don't know. I mean, I guess Sheehan's your top guy, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of found it funny they somebody put like an Instagram post and it was like Dodgers taking BP, and it was like taking BP off a $72 million batting machine, and it was a picture of Tanner Scott. That was hilarious. But I mean, on the Dodgers side, on the Blue Jays side, I mean, you got to get Springer's got to get going right off the bat. Who's kind of that catalyst in the lineup? When Vladdy goes, that lineup goes. And there it is. Max Scherzer's just got to be a Mad Max. He's got to, that same energy he's got all the time. They need 6 innings from him. That bullpen, that Jays bullpen's been solid. Very good, but it's been used a lot. There hasn't been a single game I haven't seen Varland or Fluharty pitch. So, I mean, I think they got to get Glasnow out early and get to the bullpen, which would be, a Sheehan, Anthony Bonda with no Vesia. That's a big thing. Keep Sasaki in the bullpen, who is your best bullpen arm. But if he's not coming in that late inning roles, if it's in that situation, you need to get out. I would, if I was Dave Roberts, I'd throw him into that long roll and just let him roll. Because, I mean, you do have Blake Trinan, but the guy's a starter. He could give you 2-3 solid innings. Just make sure he gets that clean inning. On the Dodgers side, I think you got to get Freddie Freeman going. Yes, they're going to have the crowd behind him. It's going to be crowd 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time start. Shadows could play an issue. We'll see. I'm not in LA anymore, but those shadows definitely could play an issue with pitching. So, I mean, if you're Max Scherzer or Tyler Glasnow, you use that to your advantage. I think Shohei's got to get going. I want to see the Shohei who the 50-50. Give me Shohei. Give me a single and steal some bases. Give me a double. It's home run or bust with this team. It's two different playing styles with the Dodgers and the Jays. The Jays are definitely high bat to ball rate, low swing and miss rate, and put the ball in play. Where the Dodgers seem right now, they're home run or bust, and not hitting with runners in scoring position, not cashing in. So, I mean, I think Glasnow needs a good 6 or 7, because then if he gives you 6, you can hope you get 1 inning from a Sheehan, from a Bonda, and then you can go Sasaki too, which would be ideal. But I think Glasnow needs to give you 6 or 7 innings, 7 being ideal, a solid 7 innings. If he gives you a solid 7, I'm going to tell you right now, Dodgers are winning this game. But if it's shaky, I'm leaning Jays because of that bat to ball rate. The ball they put in contact, they play very solid defense, and their bullpen has looked good. But going right now, ESPN Analytics. We all love analytics. Has the Dodgers at a 67.9% chance to win the game. We all love ESPN Analytics and analytics in general. Big fan. Let's see. Let's get some. I think they got to get the Glasnow early. Get to them early, knock them out the. I mean, one is can the Blue Jays get the bullpen, get to the Dodgers bullpen? Obviously, smaller sample size, but doesn't The Dodgers' clear, obvious weakness is the bullpen, specifically the mushy middle in front of Roki Sasaki. And can the Jays get to that bullpen quicker facing off the Dodgers? Best case, they wear down the starter like they did Blake Snell to the point where he can't make it out of the sixth. And then the Blue Jays would erupt, worst case, game two. But Glasnow in game three, hoping to get to the bullpen sooner or later. That means not just hitting the ball hard, but also forcing them into deep counts, which the Blue Jays do well. Some predictions, people saying Dodgers 5-4. Dodgers 5-4. I think Dodgers got to, in my opinion, you got to get Freddie Freeman's got to get going. Get Freddie on base. Guy plays masterful defense at first base, I will say. Two unbelievable defensive first basemen. I kind of love it. Dodgers game plan, avoid the bullpen at all costs. I've got a lot of Dodger friends, and a worrisome thing, they all say the same thing to me is avoid the bullpen at all costs. Avoid the bullpen at all costs, which is not a good thing because what wins you World Series, what wins in October, that's pitching and defense. I think they got the best starting rotation I've ever seen. It's definitely insane, but that bullpen's very weak. And what are they going to do with Paganis? I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm going to go out and say if Max Scherzer, who has the ability, if he can give you six solid, I think that if he can give you six solid, one or two runs, I think the Jays get it. But also, we've seen Max Scherzer at a very rough regular season. He could get touched up for about 6 runs with that Dodgers lineup in the first inning. On the other side, on the Dodgers side, if you're getting 6 from Glasnow, I think they win this game, even with the shaky bullpen, because then you could piece together a 1 inning scenario of that bullpen with the Sheehan, who I think can get you a couple outs, with a Banda to get to Sasaki, who I think if I'm going out there, if Dave Roberts does not throw Sasaki doesn't matter the situation. If he has to, you need to get Sasaki in the 8th inning, give him 2 full innings to win the game. You got to limit the bullpen. I mean, not Blake Snell. Glasnow's look solid. 2 games started, 1-0. He's got a .68 ERA, but he's been touched up sometimes. So I don't know about that, but I think you got to get the Dodgers got to get Sasaki in for 2 innings at least. He's the only pitcher I trust in that bullpen, and he's a starter. I think the one perk of having Sasaki in the bullpen is he's pitched out of the bullpen. He did in the World Baseball Classic, so he's comfortable. But if you're not gonna, if is the only guy I trust out of that bullpen. Treinen has not looked good. Sheehan got touched up the other day. Banda got touched up the other day. It's the only guy I trust. But my prediction is Max Scherzer, if he can get 2 runs, I think the Jays can win this game. I'm not a huge fan of predictions because I'm wrong a lot. Even though much baseball I know, it sounds like I'm a little cocky, but much baseball, I don't like predictions. I'm wrong a lot. I would if you are betting if I made a prediction, if you were betting, I'd go the opposite direction because I'm usually wrong. And that's why I don't bet on, like, if I do, I don't bet much. I'm not a big, massive gambler because I don't like to lose money. Uh, I don't bet on my own team because then they'll lose and I also lose money. So, I mean, I lose twice. But I think the Jays need 6 innings from Max Scherzer if he can do it in the ALCS. I think the Dodgers, if the Dodgers get 6 solid innings from Glass now, I think the Dodgers take Game 3, go into Game 4 solid with Ohtani. But you can't leave. They can't have a repeat of Game 1. Leave 7 runners on base and scoring position, which was the big part of Game 1. But I'm still expecting a good 7-game series. They gotta win tonight, just to at least if the Jays got to go back. If they're up 3-2, go back to the Rogers Center. That's a win. But I think if they're down 3-2, go to the Rogers Center. It still puts you in a good position. The thing with this Jays team is, I think they like being the underdog. I think they like being underestimated. They weren't predicted to do good in the AL East. They weren't predicted to win the AL East at all or be the best team in the AL. I think they like it and relish the fact that they're the underdog. So I think they're going to come out strong today. I wouldn't say must win, but it is a pretty good net. I think it's a good. They need to win this game just to get them good momentum going into Game 4, Game 5. But I need 6 on the Blue Jays side. I need 6 from Scherzer. On the Dodgers side, I need 6 or 7 from Glass now. Well, let's go around. We did have some news. I don't know much. I know we had one more baseball hiring. Orioles hire Craig Albernis from the Guardians, associate manager, is their next head coach for the manager for the Orioles. Don't know much about him. We'll definitely get more into that into the off season when hopefully just have some Orioles talk. Maybe get an Orioles fan on here, somebody who knows the Orioles pretty well. But definitely get into that more. But he's 42, was a highly sought after guy, widely sought after guy for opening manager positions. But he is in a good situation. MLPA said salary cap not needed. We do have a southpaw from the MPB, All-Star Foster Griffin, likely to be posted after 3 years. And so on the news, I will say it's kind of nice. I will say a couple times in the this postseason, it's kind of nice to see some of these starting pitchers go longer in the games. We've definitely seen it recently where it's, hey, you get in trouble, the bullpen comes in. These starting pitchers are going, 7, 8, 9 innings like we used to have. I love it. But Game 3, I'm excited either way. I don't have a dog in the fight. At the end of the day, I am rooting for the Jays. I'm rooting for the AL. But at the end of the day, I want a good series. But no predictions for me. Don't like them just because I don't want to be wrong. And I know I'll be wrong. Probably should say the Dodgers should win this game so they'll lose, but I won't say that. I just want a good game at the end of the day. I want 7 games. That's what I want. I want 7 games of playoff of World Series baseball. October, great. It's nails. I don't have a dog in the fight, and I'm still right on the edge of my seat watching every pitch, ready to go. But I want to thank everybody who tuned in. Maria, Damien, want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Please remember, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe FTSN. Always, we missed Finn Stanza tonight, but he'll be back hopefully Wednesday. Want to always thank my guy behind the screen helping me out tonight, stepping in big time. My man Bobby Finstock, always there for me when I need it. And tune in TBA on the time on Wednesday, trying to figure it out with my co-host Vinstanza when he can make it, because I know he wants to be here. TBA on the time, but we'll be here Wednesday for another episode on deck. Hope everybody has a great night. Just go watch the baseball.